Welcome back to ChessWhiz TV, episode 512, I think. Today we're going to play a new chess variant, Augustus chess. It's a lot like chess, like most chess variants, but this one I think has a nice twist you're going to like. The rules are something like this notepad document, which says the first square that your king moves to is a royal square. Now, royal is a technical chess variant term, which means you capture it to win. It's hard to capture a square, so you just move into that square to win. So that's going to mean attacks are really strong. You just have to come in toward that square, and the opponent's like, no, I lose, let's play again. Except not, because they never want to play again. All right, so let's go to lichess.org. That's pronounced lichess, in case you're wondering. It's not lichess. I know that I was calling it lichess for about 20 years, but then I realized it hadn't been invented yet. So it's actually lichess because it was invented by a French person, Thibault, and he would not say lie, because French people don't lie. They say lie, so it's lichess, definitely. Anyway, we're going to play against Wiz. So let's put the rules in the chat here and get going. So what was I saying just before I started the stream? I was talking to my cool guys who were in the chat there, and I was about to say something really profound, and then I realized that the show hadn't started. So I started the show, and now I've forgotten the profound thing. This is just a disaster. This is terrible. So I'm going to attack. Unfortunately, I'm the black player. I move second. It's not very easy to attack as black. This is a great attack. This is great. I'm going to capture. Okay, so there's this line where you attack like this. Okay, this is what we're doing. This is going to be great. Oh, this is actually pretty seriously problematic. If he captures this, I move here. This becomes a royal square. Cannot handle that. So let's throw away the pawn in the hopes of not moving the king. Because if you don't move the king, there is no royal square. So let's go for that. I'm just going to sacrifice the pawn here. Oh, look, I'm sacrificing the rook. Perfect. That's what I want to do. That's exactly what I meant to do. So I'm going to push this pawn, make the knight move. Then I have a check. Then maybe I come in here. The idea is he moves his king. Then I can start playing chess. I'm going to attack that square like nobody's business. This is kind of nobody's business because who would blunder their rook like this? This, by the way, a mistake on my part. I didn't really mean to do that, but you know, it's just like an internet show. It doesn't matter what happens. So here we go. Let's see if we can make his king move. Check. He probably should have just given up the knight, right? And then captured with the queen and blocked the check this way. Because who needs a knight when you've got a rook? That's probably what he should have done. But at this point, the man is in check. Very, very serious situation. He blocks the check. I take, oh no, his pawn is pinned to a rook. He cannot move. So he's pretty much in trouble here. If he moves here, this is the royal square. I just have to arrive there to win. I just have to arrive. Do you know what that means, guys? No, because this is a G-rated show. You don't know what it means to arrive. So let's see how we can get to F1. Well, we cannot get to F1. That's what we've learned from this brief analysis. By the way, I use the word analysis because it starts with my favorite 4 letters in the alphabet. Never mind. That's not what I meant to say because it's only 3 letters, right? One of them's repeated. Help! How do I capture F1 with anything? Do I just develop? This is making me feel inferior. I think I'll move this knight. Yes, I'm right. I will move it. In fact, I did. The best way to predict the future is for wait for it to happen. After it happens, you're like, you know what was going to happen? That thing that happened. Oh, I was right. That's the best way to predict the future. Very hard to predict the future because it involves people. If there were no people, it would be very simple to just, actually, it's still pretty complex. The universe is very complex. It can be modeled with a computer. A computer can model the universe and then predict the future state of the universe in order to predict everybody's future behavior. The problem is that computer would be larger than the universe. I think. I'm not sure. I haven't finished inventing it yet, but I think that's the general idea. Okay, so we're going to bring the knight in, the bishop in, then we're going to castle. Then somehow we're going to move the rook like this, right? I don't know what we're going to do. It's going to checkmate the guy. I have no idea how I'm going to do this. Oh, no. Okay, so it's time to move here. No, he just has d4, which is so good compared to what I'm about to do. I want to play f3. That's what I really want to do. Okay, so I play f3 right now. Watch this. Okay, so bishop under attack, no problem. I don't care about attacks. This is chess. So if he takes me, I could check him right here. This is fantastic. If he doesn't take me, I can check him right here. Both are check. Why didn't I play f3 games ago? I mean, this would have been such a good move last week. All right, so check, and I win. Whoa, let's send him a drooling face. Exclamation marks? No, those should be tildes. Oh, I took the mouth away. No problem. And I'm in the royal square. Wow, that was cool. Or couldn't I have won that like 20 minutes ago? Let's take a look here. Like right here. Could I have just played f3? No. Yes. He would take with knight, I guess. So I get the knight away, and then I can play f3 right here. Right? This is very hard to deal with for him. I don't know what he does to prevent death. F3 would have been pretty good there. Want to play again, ChessWhiz? I would play if you would play. Okay, let's do it. Let's get the rules here. Put them in the chat for those of you just wandering in like, what in the world is this stream? It's not like any of the other chess streams. That's correct, because the other chess streams have good chess moves in them. This one is completely devoid, except for this one. I memorized this one. Other than that, it's all bad chess moves here from here on out. So if you make the enemy king move, all you have to do is go to where he went, and you win. So let's do that. I like the move knight c3. I memorized that one as well. Drink some water. Important to stay hydrated, especially in chess. Because when you're playing chess, you're probably human. I saw a bird playing chess once. It was making really bad moves. So chances are you're a human, and humans need to hydrate. So that's why chess players need to hydrate. It's very clear to me. I don't know why that wasn't obvious to you. So we have a comment in the chat from Mango Town Plaza, one of the most consistent people. He's like peanut butter. He's so consistent. It says, when playing this with 960, castling is sometimes an option. Not castling is sometimes an option. This is making my nose itch. Man. Okay, what does it say? When castling, I'm just going to paste it in the chat because I can't read it way over there. W and then paste. If you ever select some text, you're like, no, I didn't get the first letter. Just copy what you got, man. Copy what you got. It's going to be okay. And then you come in here to the paste box and just push W, right? And then paste, because look at that. I missed the W. I put it back in afterward. Big time saver. By the way, Control C, Control V. That's copy and paste for all you grandmas out there. Man, those grandmas have trouble copying and pasting. Makes me want to hit my microphone with my headphones. Oh, no. Something on my watch. Let's dismiss that right now. Okay, what does it say? When playing this with 960, what is he doing? He's playing super smartly. Capture. This is now the royal square. Oh, this is scary. I can't let him arrive at f2. Better than losing my whatever I was about to lose, though. It's better than that, isn't it? Definitely. Okay, so don't let him arrive at f2. So I could play, watch this, I could play 95, right? Okay, so then I go, knight takes f7, he takes, and then I'm like, pow, 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 I win. This seems pretty fun. Okay, so 95, he boots me, then I check him. Ho, 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 then he boots me again. Oh, these two red arrows, very scary looking arrows, right? Because then if I take this, then I lose my queen. That's pretty bad. So what happens instead? He's attacking my queen. I'm booted in two places. Let's prepare. Prepare for marriage. If we now play these two moves, oh, should I be worried about this? No, I'm not worried at all. I'm going to go destroy the guy. I'm kind of worried. I mean, there's like this diagonal coming right in here. So that's why I'm going to make his move his pawn here. And then I'm just going to let his pawn sit there. This is sign language for sit. It's just going to sit there because then it's blocking this diagonal. Maybe I should move the knight, but look, my other knight is going to get captured. So now this is one option, and it's not a bad one. It's a good one. Okay, so that's one option. I'm going to do it right now. I'm discovered attacking his queen. I'm threatening to check him, which, by the way, powerful. Checks are powerful in this game. I'm also going to play knight, takes f7. I'm going to queen here. If he pushes g6, I've got the bishop coming in here. So I'm going to destroy his king coming in here, and then I'm going to choose, and then move right to the royal square and win. The royal square. That takes so long to type with my lips. I'm kind of a lip typer, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Because I like to talk quickly. But the word royal, let's give him some time so he's hurting for longer. The word royal is very hard to say quickly because you have to go oil. Oil. You know how it is? I bet you've never done that before. Try it right now with me. Oil. You can't just say oil quickly. The oi takes too long. This is the problem I have every day. I'm basically constantly struggling with how long it takes to say the word oil. And royal is just a part of that problem. So now I take this. Oh, this is getting exciting. Really exciting. We go. Of course, I'm still doing great, guys. There's no problems here. I just have to, and I'm perfectly normal. This is definitely a normal situation for chess. Was this a good move, I wonder? Now I need to show up here in order to win. Let's go right back in there and go to his royal square. I win. Man, that was stressful. I've got adrenaline flowing through my blood. I can feel it. You know what adrenaline feels like? It's a little bit less. It's different from cortisol, and it's definitely different from the other thing that's not adrenaline. It's definitely this own unique feel that you get when you get into a situation like this. Good game. This is why I stream ChessWhiz TV. It's for the adrenaline. Actually, it's not. It's because I started it and I don't want to stop. So let's play another chess variant. How about this one again? That sounds good. I'll play with a friend. I know you're my friend, so I'm putting this challenge in the chat. The catch is it's a rated game, so you better be ready to lose rating points to the Wiz. If you're watching live right now, click the link in the chat. You're going to have a game. If you click the link, you'll have a game. If you don't click the link, you won't have a game. Just like to explain your options here. Don't want to get trapped into one choice, do you? No. One choice? I've always wondered, like, if you have one choice, it's not like you have a choice. So you can't get trapped into one choice. I mean, you still have a choice, don't you? You have a choice. Because choice means multiple options. People use choice to mean option, and that really annoys me. You see how annoyed I am right now? That's because of that. I get annoyed for different reasons, but right now I'm annoyed because people use the word choice to mean the word option, and now I'm really annoyed by that. Let's play with John, 61570. I think that's his rating. He's 61,000, so let's see if we can keep up with this guy. And let's see if he even wants to play by the rules. Okay, if he doesn't, we're just going to play by this rule. We're going to protect our royal square. Meanwhile, we're not going to move into his because that would be blundering a queen or something, because he might not be playing by the rules. Every now and then we get an opponent who, you too. Every time I get the opponent who doesn't want to play the variant, he just shows up. He's like, oh, streamer, I'll play a streamer. How about chess? And he plays chess. And depending on the variant, that could get really crazy. Like sometimes we play where you can't move anything. You just have to sit there till your time runs out. So he moves and I'm like, And then it's his game aborted. That does not work. They need to be playing the variant also. If I survive 5 moves, I'll be lucky. Mouse, he probably meant to play D3 because that's more like 1,119 move, actually. I used to be rated this. My first chess rating was higher than this. That's not nice to laugh. But I have played against people this good, and they're good. They're good. I mean, they're like the guys who play in their basements. That didn't sound like what I meant. The guys who play ping pong in their basements, right? And they're like, I am good at ping pong. I have my friend over and I beat him. I'm not good. Like I played my mom left-handed and I won. So I'm good, right? And they actually are good. Like they're the best player they know, but that's because they don't know any ping pong players. Because if they did, they would know it's not called ping pong. It's called table tennis. So yeah, maybe they're a good ping pong player, right? So then you go to a club and you're like, what is going on? I'm the worst player here. That's like chess, except the club is the computer is playing online, right? So this guy, he's probably the best chess player he knows in person, is my guess. But then he comes online here and he's like 900 rating points below the streamer. That's normal. It's completely normal. There's three levels. There's average guy, and then there's guy who goes to a club. That is like a whole different league. If you ever think you're good at something, try going to a club. Like, you know what I'm pretty good at? I'm pretty good at origami. I'm actually not, right? So I'm like, well, I should go to an origami club and just show off my elite skills. You go there, you're the worst person. Have you ever had this happen? Where you go to a club? You've never been to a club. You're so G-rated. You don't even know what a club is. You think it's like a people getting together to do their hobbies. No, a club is where you got that's a club. Okay. I'm still playing chess here, so let's see what's going on. I guess we're just playing chess right now. This guy's doing great. Good moves so far! Exclamation mark. If he could just like resign now, it'd be a great game. Unfortunately, he's gonna blunder his bishop instead of resigning. His bishop is not protected, so let's just say watch the b. That can have multiple meanings. There's a lot of different b's in the world, and some are more dangerous than others. I'm not taking his bishop. I think that's a little rude. We'll let him deal with that. Oh, he just dealt with it. So we've both castled. So our royal squares are G1 and G8. Let's just double check that he knows that. The royal squares are G1 and G8. Okay, I'll ask the question mark. I'm asking a question mark. That's what you do with question marks, by the way. You ask them and you're like, question mark? Do you got that? And the reason I'm asking is because he may not be even knowing that we're playing this variant. No idea, never done this. He probably means he's never been on a computer before. Maybe he means he's never typed into a keyboard. He's never played chess online. That would be the mild form of what he means. I think he means he's never read English words or moved mouses, which is what they're called, by the way. This is all new to him. In fact, maybe he's never breathed oxygen before. We don't know for sure. What we do know is it's time to blunder a knight. The reason for this blunder is we need to give this guy a win. I mean, it's a rated game. We don't want him to lose 0.4 rating points, do we? No. Actually, we do, because the alternative is if he wins like 50 rating points. And where do those come from? My rating. So let's just, whatever the other thing was, let's do that. Okay, there's something to talk about here. It's a queen, free queen. Well, how did that show up? For a while now, there's been a free queen right there, and that's 0 moves. Oh, my clock! Oh, did you see the 0 up there? That was worrisome. I worried some about that. There's something to talk about now that's very important, and that is avocados. Have you noticed that it is practically impossible to ripen an avocado? Have you ever tried that? No, that's how impossible it is. You haven't even tried it. But for those few of you, and that's probably like 0.2 of you viewers, because there's about 1 people watching right now, and 20% of people have tried that. So that's why I think. That's why. Oh! I moved to a square. Oh, wrong square. Wrong square, guys. Guys, it's the wrong square. I meant to move to this one. Okay, so now he resigns. Right. Let's just fork him in the face just in case he doesn't know the game's over. Oh, he says GG. What does that mean? I don't know. He's not. Maybe he was just saying GG because of my checkmates. Did I lose? Yes. Yet. Yes. From now on, all the words have to start with YE. I can't type yes anymore. Yellow. That starts with YE. Good game. That was close. What was it close to? It was close to the game going a different length and having the same outcome. Fix, he says. I have 2 challengers, Messy Answer and Barmanitan. You can't see Barmanitan because he's in... Benzo wants to play a 1 divided by 4 game. Let's resign that right now, even before it starts. Oh, Fix to John. Let's play with Messy Answer. He's a really cool guy. I know that because he's so good at chess that he has to be a guy. I didn't say that. Statistically speaking, he's probably a guy because girls don't watch my show. I don't even know why. I think it's my hair. Yep, it's my hair. I'm just getting a message that says, dude, it's your hair. So it's my hair. Okay, good luck, says Messy Answer. So this is basically chess against a 2148. It's going to be pretty easy because I'm also a 2148. I've been sandbagging my rating, which for those noobs out there, sorry, for those fish out there, that means keeping your rating lower than it should be through artificial means such as losing. For me, losing, that's completely artificial. The natural thing for me to do is win, and losing is a very artificial behavior for me. So let's play this opening. It's called the Rui Lopez. That's what this is called, of course. It's the variation, and we're going to come in here and castle. Great. So this is now the royal square. Attacks are very strong. Unfortunately for me, once again, I'm the black player, so he's the one who gets to do all the attacking. But I get to attack after he's done, I guess. I guess that's how it's going to work. Oh, look at that. Another message in the chat. It says, ChessWhiz thinks that clubs are for people that beatbox. I guess I should read the chat box more often than 1 every 10 minutes because that comment, either it was really late or I'm really slow. I'm going for it. There's a free piece getting forked here. This is a great rhyme that doesn't rhyme. So what does it say next? You can always opt out. You can always opt out. That's a very profound statement. I completely agree. You can always opt out. You know what that's called? Committing suicide. You can always opt out, man. All you got to do is bleed to death and you are fully opted out. I don't even know what that means, opt out. Like, how would you opt out? You can never opt out, it's more like, right? Opt out of life. I have been trying to opt out for a long time. Am I getting pin forked now? I got forked, now I'm getting pinned. It's been like 2 moves and I'm already pin forked. This is called a pin, and this is called ouch. It's like stabbing my pin. Which doesn't make any sense. Why would you stab a pin? But it's pretty bad. This position's very bad. Well, for me. I mean, for him, it's kind of good. So there's that. Yeah. The nice thing about this is that you can always opt out. You can always just click resign and you've opted completely out. What I find is that when I'm winning, I'm like, oh, I'm winning. I want to move, make fast moves and win. This is great. And so then the wins don't take very long because I'm just winning, you know. But when I'm losing, I'm like, oh no, I'm losing. I need to think for a very long time about this move. A VLT. That stands for very long time. I'm thinking for a VLT right now, and it just takes forever. And then the flowing of bad feelings is flowing through my body. It's called the bad feeling hormone. It gets into your body when you're feeling bad. And then it just flows and flows. This is how it is for me. I don't know if it's different for you, but for me, I just flow the feelings. Yeah, that's me. All right, drink some water now. Let's play a game where we don't lose on the first move. This seems good. Take. Let's attack this. He could take here. I take back. He takes here. That's interesting. I'm very excited to check him, though. If I take with queen and he takes this, what do we have? Besides a wrecked position. Come on, man. What do we have? How does he do this to my opening? Like my opening is completely normal against bad players, and then I play against this guy, and my opening is wrecked. It doesn't make sense. Something about his good moves. I don't know. I'm making the same moves. It must be his good moves. I don't know how to explain it. Hmm. Avocados are so hard to ripen correctly because the time window for avocados is like 4. And you might think like 4 days, like it'll be ripe for 4 days, and that's the window where you can eat it. No, but I don't mean 4 days. In fact, I don't mean 4 hours because when an avocado gets ripe, it's not very long before the avocado is overripe. Like, and by not very long, 4 milliseconds. I tested this with a millisecondometer, and I found that it is ripe for 4 milliseconds, and then it becomes overripe. Very, very difficult. I think the avocado is the most difficult fruit to ripen properly, to eat while it's ripe. I don't know. It's difficult to eat. I don't know exactly what I'm saying, but here's the trick that I use. After it's ripe, I wait about 1.5 milliseconds, and then I put it in the fridge, and that can lengthen the ripe period where it's not overripe for up to 50%. So then it goes from being ripe for only 4 milliseconds to up to 6. And so then it's ripe for a lot longer before it becomes overripe. So then in the next 4 or 5 milliseconds, I try to eat the whole thing. And that extra time really helps. That's kind of how I eat avocados because otherwise they're gross. It's very difficult to get them just right. I'm sure you've had that experience. Post below if you have any comments or advice on how to get my avocados just right, because what happens is I buy a 6-pack because right now I'm a fiend of avocados. That's not quite what I mean, but you get the idea. And so I have to eat all 6 in a period of about 4 minutes because otherwise they don't ripen at the right time. You know how it is? I'm sure you do. So let me know if you have any advice for that. I tried opening it up and then waiting for it to ripen. That didn't work very well. I also tried just stepping on it. That didn't work. So I'm really not sure what to do next. But something about this chess game is going really well. Look at how exposed this king is. I can just come right in here and win. Okay, so I'm going to trade my rook for his knight. Okay, now I castle. He can't. He can't do this because I check him and then I move right to his royal square. Boom! Let's put this for those of you guys who just wondering, you're like, this is chess. What do you mean? No, we're not. We're playing this chess variant. It's not chess. Oh yeah. Oh, that was stupid. Oh man, that was stupid. I hate being stupid, especially while celebrating. Let's do this. Let's wait for him to castle. Then we go here. Oh, this bishop can't. Move here. This is now the royal square, and this is my royal square. It's pretty reasonable. But the bishop can't do the thing with the thing. So the idea is I'm going to move the bishop and take this pawn. He's going to move the pawn, then I'm never going to win. Then I'm playing chess again. Why did I blunder? What did I blunder? Why and what did I blunder? I didn't actually blunder anything. Oh, he just blundered. Now I have an open file. Oh, this guy is next level. I have to prevent him from, and then oh no. Oh, amazing. That's spelled with a 0, isn't it? Amazing. This guy's amazing. Man, I got second place though. That was pretty good. I want to play one more time with Messy Answer because it's not every day that you get to play with someone so good. It's kind of every week, Sundays at 1 p.m. Eastern, that I get to play with someone this good because he kind of shows up every week and beats me. So I don't know. This kind of happens all the time. I can't paste this anymore. So I'll just put some more punctuation in here and then I'll put like a Z, which represents this is a different message. I'll put some capital Z's and some small Z's. That represents me sleeping because I can't stand not having this message delivered. So there's this spam thing. There's this there's this spam filter that says that looks a lot like a message you've already sent, so I will not deliver it. And that's a pretty bad feature, don't you think? Because I'm not able to say anything. So let's just say hi. I see I can say hi, that's fine. Hi. Hi is much different from what I'm trying to paste. So I've got to, oh no, I pasted it without the T. I know how to fix this. The first square that king, I'll just take that out, moves to is, I'll take the A out, is royal square. Moves king, that, I'll take that out. They win. I'll just take out they. Okay, this is a very different message now. I can't even get over here. I'll use my keyboard. Hey, okay, that's what I say. Those are the rules right there. The first square king moves to is a royal square. If your opponent moves any unit into that square, win. Okay, this is what it takes to beat the spam bot, the anti-spam measures of this website. But hey, that's Lee Chess. What can you do? You can delete your words until you get it through. That's what you can do. Now, this is a very similar chess position to the last chess position. I'm enjoying this very much. This is fun. I love it. You know why I rock in my chair? Other than the fact that I'm a rocking kind of guy, and then my chair rocks, which is pretty rocking. But it's because when I drink my water, when I swallow it right next to my microphone, it sounds awful. Listen to this. See how awful that is? It's always rock back, so you don't have to hear that. You're welcome. I knew you'd like that. Okay, so if I take the bishop, then this pawn is just a stupid pawn. Let's do it. Like who needs to like recapture a pawn when you can mess pawns up like this? Look at this. Like he can't defend this pawn with n except for that. Okay, so same thing goes for this pawn. Very messed up. Is he going to keep all these pawns? I'm V annoyed by that. I'm going to have to think VLT about this situation. Huh. We got a comment in the chat with some advice. It says we need a good opening that keeps the king in the center. Yeah, like that exists. Take, queen takes, take, knight takes. Leave something to be desired. Let's save the bishop for now and then recalculate. Oh, he's defending all his bad pawns with these knights. He's such a bad person. This is how I judge people, by the way. I don't like look at whether they've killed other human beings in the recent past. What I look at is, are they defending bad pawns with knights? Yes, immoral. Messy answer, you need to clean up your ethics act here, which is the kind of act people clean usually, isn't that right? I mean, what other kinds of acts are there? Clean up that ethics act and stop defending those bad pawns with your knights. There's still a chance for you to avoid being reincarnated as a snowball, which is really bad. Don't you think? Like, would you rather be a cockroach or a snowball? I'd definitely rather be a cockroach. Cockroaches are kind of cool, but snowballs? Yeah, that's definitely what I came here to talk about. I mean, I was thinking there's not a lot of topics recently that are very interesting on ChessWhiz TV. We don't talk about much that's of much import, by the way. That's how fancy people talk. They're like, of much import. But now we do, because we talk about how important it is not to be reincarnated as a snowball. It's even hard to say, it's so important. Reincarnated as a snowball, that is of critical import, and that is why we're talking about it right now. Very, very important. In fact, it hasn't even happened to me as far as I remember. However, I may have forgotten. Let's see. His pawns should be V bad right now. They are. Come on, pawns, die already. Do I move here and just say I'll never use this knight again? Or do I move somewhere else that's bad? I'll go here. Help, I feel so dumb. I hate it when my opponents make good moves. All right, so here's the idea. One of these pawns is just going to get captured. It's way too flimsy. It's way TF. Okay. We're going to... We're going to take this. What is happening? No, this mean man is making moves that win. What is happening? I've just blundered this pawn. Man, this guy is so kluk. Yep, I got to show off the one German word I know. I don't speak a lot of German, by the way. Unless you count when I go, oh, that's French, never mind. But I do know how to say klug, which is clever in German. There's one more thing I can say, but I'm embarrassed to share it with you because it's so unuseful. Like if you want to speak German, you need to learn something like, where is the bathroom? Which I don't know how to say that, but not something like this, which means parking meter. I have no idea why I memorized that one. But if I ever need to tell someone in German that parking meter, I'll definitely be ready. So that'll be great if that ever comes up. I've known that for a decade and I haven't used it yet, but you never know when you're going to need that. All right, GG, kinda. I just couldn't take that. You know, ever since he took my pawn here and I went this way, I could not get that pawn back. Messy answer. You're frustrating. I hate how you always win. Except I kind of like it because I improve. You can tell how much I've improved right now because I lose all my games. All right, Bar Manitan's been waiting all this time. Let's give him a game. First, let's put the rules in the chat right here. And let's just fan cut the bishop. So, in this chess variant, all you have to do is make his king move. How can we do that? I cannot think of a way to make his king move except this square right here. Oh, that's the way. Let's go do it. Okay, so apparently good chess moves are optional because we are gonna come right in here and make his king move, which will be pretty fun. Okay. Yeah, let's see. He is defending it. This is cool. Let's play this right now. So this is, by the way, really bad to have this kind of situation, which is this, right? This is really bad. And let me tell you why. Because this square is controlled by me, and he cannot attack it with any pawns. This is a serious, oh man, issue for him. I hate this, but I hate it mildly, and I also hate it in a major way. I don't want him to be able to push this pawn, because it's behind it is this one, which is so useless right now. So let's just keep it all locked up. But I don't want to put a piece there. There's something really weird about chess, which is, are you ready for the weird thing? Okay. The weird thing is pieces can't move to the squares they're already on. Is your mind blown? Come on, say it with me. Mind blown. Pieces can't move to squares they're already on. What? That's crazy. That's what you're supposed to be saying right now. I don't know why you're not saying that. Maybe it's because I don't have my speakers turned up or your microphone is off or something, but I can't hear you saying that. And you should be saying it. What? And then you're like, whoa. So if you want to really control a square, like this square I really want to control because I don't want him to advance any blue, then what you should do is don't move anything into it. Because if there's something in it, it can't attack that square. Wow. Isn't that cool? Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like it. Okay, so we're just going to come right in here. Apparently, you can just move in. Oh, he's going the other way. Okay, guys. New plan. Here's some options. We got a3, b4. We just got a4, a5, a6. We've just got knight b5. I like this one. The reason I don't like c4, I didn't even mention c4, but I don't like it because this is a backward pawn for me, and I don't want him to get an open file right there. Okay, but I do kind of like this. If I can get this pawn right here, I'm going to move the knight here. I think I'm going to have to play c4 to really, or c3, b4, b5. You know, the way to break 3 pawns with 2 pawns is to advance with the middle pawn. I guess I forgot to mention that, didn't I? I wonder if I should just play this anyway. He comes in, takes me, take. I check him. And then he's moved his king. Oh, this is the royal square. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna check him and then move into the royal square. Hopefully Barmanitan is okay with that. C8 is royal. And they'll send him like an O face. Oh, you think that's a face. It could be some other body part. Who knows? All right, so this is going to be pretty bad for him, I think. I'm getting excited. This is a very powerful attack. And I'm going to just royally fork him if I don't move into the royal square. He has to move his queen. And I've got c3, b4. Oh, this is great. That's great. Eventually, he'll push my knight back. Like, he's going to play queen b6. Okay, he did. Now, I could play this and blunder my knight. Not right now. Okay, so let's push his knight back. Ooh, what a move. It's actually just a free pawn right there, isn't it? But then I get the free. Oh, man, this is exciting. I'm getting excited. Wow, I took the knight. He takes here, but I've got that covered. Boom. Boom. Oh, look at those explosions. That's what those booms are. Okay. What's going to happen? He has to take my queen, right? Because otherwise I'm going to come right in here for his king. So he's gonna trade queen. So let's pre-move this. Oh, yeah. Perfect. Okay. Let's speak some French. Vous arrivez. Now that word, it's 2 words. It means you arrive. It's important to watch a streamer of someone who's very linguistic because then you'll expand your mind, probably from the swelling. But anyway, then you'll learn a lot of nice things like, I mean, how often have you needed that phrase? I have never needed that. I learned vous arrivez. And I just kind of like pick a language and pick a word and be like, I need to learn this. Like in Polish, I know jestem głodny, which means I'm hungry. That one's way more useful. But it's important to know one phrase in each language. So if you meet someone, you can just say all the phrases and hopefully hit the language they speak. It's probably English, but you never know, right? And it may turn out that you just told them parking meter, but at least you told them something. This is critical. All right, this is even more critical. I win. Are you going to resign, or am I going to blunder my rook and then keep playing chess? I'm hoping you're going to just resign. Can I win if I blunder my rook? Yeah, I hope he resigns. Like, oh, Oh, yeah, he resigns. That's a very interesting counterattack there, actually. I didn't expect that. Nice. That was a castle on opposite sides. It was my first game today with the castles on opposite sides. In a game like this, you want to attack with pawns. So that's why my pawns are going like this. Well, they only got this far, but hey, things happen. But the idea is to open up his pawns with your pawns, and he should be like doing this kind of thing. Like, let me draw the whole picture here. Yeah, he should kind of be like this. That's his plan over there. So that he kind of gives you an idea. Okay, we have time for one more game. We got a challenge from JG. So 2017, we got Zwiz again. We got Spy Rosie, and we've got Luke. Let's do JG. I like doing people. So let's do him. All you guys who are challenging me right now, tune in next week, Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern. That is, add some numbers, 4 hours later. 5 p.m.? That can't be right. Is that 5? Yeah, I think that's 5 p.m. GMT. I don't live in GMT. So that's pretty weird for me. Yeah. Twitch.tv/ChessWhiz. You can watch the live show, play me. Otherwise, you're on YouTube watching a recording. It's not as good. You feel like it's the real thing, but it's not. This is the real thing. Man, look how young I was back then. Huh. Well, I don't even have any gray hair. I actually do have some gray hair, but it's behind the headphones. No, I don't have any gray hair. I'm lying to you. I'm lying when I'm lying, and I'm lying when I'm saying I'm lying because I'm not lying. Whoa. Yeah, I don't have any gray hair. I don't have any hair at all. In fact, I don't even have legs. This is something we talk about all the time. ChessWhiz doesn't have legs. And then I did an episode where I had legs. It was so embarrassing. People saw my legs. Fortunately, I had pants on. Other than that, it would have been even worse. Yeah, episode 501, I think. If you want to go see my legs, you can do that. It's pretty fun looking at my legs. I kind of do that every day. I wake up, I'm like, it's leg time. I am a pretty weird guy. So I do that for a while, and then I move on to ChessWhiz TV. My day is pretty well organized right now. It's divided about 50-50 between chess and legs. You know, it's important to stay balanced. So he's just attacking me. This is cray. This is cray. He's going to try to check, but it's not even. Look at this context menu. This is called a context menu, in case you're wondering. And these Redux dev tools, you can only get these if you're really cool. To the left, to the left, to the right, to the right. You can get that if you are cool. Otherwise, you just click and you don't have any. How did I even do that? Because right-click draws stuff. How did I get a context menu there? What? It must have been over here. Yeah. So you can translate this to English. I try to do that when possible and do some of these other things. Ooh, inspect. I love inspecting. You should try that if you've never inspected. You should right-click somewhere and inspect. You're going to be in for a ride if you do that for the first time. It's amazing. It's always best the first time. You know how it is with inspecting. It's most amazing the first time you do it. I mean, it's good the other times. It's not like you're not even high, but when you do it for the first time, wow. Just wow. Okay, so I'm about to win. That sounds good. Here's the attack. He's going to castle, and then I can... Is that smart? Maybe that's not smart. I am of some question whether or not that's smart. Dubious. He doesn't seem to have a lot of center pawns. Let's push. Let's do it. Okay. So he's going to hide. Like that musician. You don't know the musician? His name's Haydn. Wow, I'm so glad I laughed because I was the only one who laughed at that great joke. Let's see if we could win now. I mean, if we just make his king move like this, he's going to really be hurting. Is this check any good? It is in Crazy House. Unfortunately, this is not Crazy House. I could put a knight right here if it was Crazy House. That would be fun. Oh, this is fun too. Okay, so knight right here. Take. Wah, wah. Is this a good move? Knight here. Seems great to me. It has its downsides, such as lose a knight. But it has some upsides too. Like if I could get to f2, think of the attacks I could play. I could play attacks. Whoa. I want to move my knight right here, actually. That looks fun. I'm doing it. Okay, now I can play this knight this way. This is so... He's being too timid, by the way. He's like, I want to make sure I don't lose, so he doesn't move anything. Like, if I move something, I might lose. Look, he's moved this, and this. Nothing else on the chessboard has moved. The rest of his stuff hasn't even moved. Stuff I say, because I'm kind of G-rated. You know, it starts with S, but it's not stuff. That's what I should be saying right now, because this is a crazy chess position for him. If I take this now, take... he takes with the rook, take. He moves the king, and that's this royal square, so let's do it. Oh man, he's hosed. He's completely hosed. I used to think hose is like sprayed with a hose, but no, a hose is going you know where. Let's do this. Let's give him one of them enemas. Here we go. That wasn't quite G-rated. Fortunately, most of you guys don't know what an enema is, so you're okay. GG. Oh, what? What's Radzi? I don't know how I typed that. It's kind of by accident, I mean, but I'm still win. What's Radzi? I'll just win later, look. Man, this is a crazy chess position. Should I end now? I don't want to end in such a good mood. I want to keep playing chess when I'm so happy. Usually I end the show when I'm really angry. So this is very strange for me. I don't even have to win, you know? I could just I can just feel good for a while longer. Like, why would you win when you can feel good for longer? You're in that situation where like, well, I have a choice. I can feel good or win. Well, let's just feel good. Look. Like, look how long I can feel good for. This is great. Oh, wow. Oh, I feel really good now. Wow, you can't move anything, can you? That's too bad. Okay, here we go. Still. Oh, don't let him move here. That's the one thing. Oh, he's a pretty good move. Oh, I got this move, though. His rook's going to come out. This is the royal square. Maybe I need to be more careful. Oh, I didn't consider that. Brilliant. All right, let's make a new queen. This is really bad for him, by the way. It's like, how bad is this? Okay, this is like drinking cyanide. This is how bad this is. Very bad. Of course. Drinking cyanide's not that bad. It only kills you. I'm going to have to go into the royal square, which is F2. Is it F2? Let's double check here. We got 20 seconds. Rolly the scrolly. Why could I get back to there? A whole bunch of clicks. Okay, two-handed clicks. His first king move was to F2. All right, GG. I started feeling scared because he could come in here and here, and bam, to my royal square. So let's just lose the queen and win the game. I'm always hesitant to do this because you never know when the guy's going to be like, but it's rated, and take my queen and be like, I just stole 6 rating points from you. Except that would be stealing. JG 2017 wants to play again, but I've got to go. So I'll tell you what, JG, why don't you challenge one of these guys? There's Spyro 768, or there's Lucas Jiff. The other guy left because he knows it's over. Challenge one of those guys. Chooks one of them. Chooks is short for challenge, of course. And then you can keep playing this because I got to go. I got some important knees and legs to investigate right now. I got to split my time, you know. I've been playing a lot of chess now, so it's back to the legs. This has been ChessWhiz TV. Thanks for watching.